No, I'm not an Edomite.
Yes.
I'm east of Norway.
You're an Edomite.
I'm not.
You believe in the
What's the
Bible?
proof?
You believe in the Bible?
Yes.
You believe in the Bible. All right, let's prove that you're an Edomite.
Oh, Haman.
Right, so we're dealing with a man called Haman. Through this man Haman, we're going to prove that you and Haman are the same ethnicity.
Promote Haman, the son of Hamadatha,
Right.
the Agagite.
So Haman is the son of Hamadatha, an Agagite. So now we're going to see who these Agagites are.
And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites.
So Agag was the king of the Amalekites. So there was a man called Amalek. Right?
And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz,
Right.
Esau's son.
Right?
And she bare Eliphaz Amalek.
So Eliphaz had a child called Amalek. But Eliphaz is the child of Esau.
Yes.
Right?
Correct.
So Haman. We prove that Haman goes back to Esau. Right? Bring it out.
This is additions, the Esther 16 and 10. For Haman, a Macedonian.
So instead of him being called an Agagite, he's called a Macedonian.
First Maccabees 1 and 1. And it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip.
So this is dealing with Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great's father is called Philip. Right? Keep going.
The
So
Macedonian.
we see he's a Macedonian.
I mean, we were conquered by everybody.
Who was?
Norwegians. We had the Greeks. We had the Romans.
Yeah, but you were the Greeks that conquered Norwegians that made you a Norwegian.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yes, correct.
Yes, correct. Right? Read it. Read it from the top.
The sons also of them that afflicted thee,
Right?
shall come bending unto thee,
Right?
and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the sole of thy feet.
And that's right. And with that, we're gonna say, "Call Dawah Daf Yahweh Shema Mashiach Yahushua and Mawaf Lababor."
Mawaf Lababor.
Show me who I was, now they can't silence me. Do the work, pray, one day you be proud of me. Get a crown and have these heathens coming proud of me. Man, we do it for the Lord, cause the glory yours. Spiritual warfare, put that on my horn. Threw away the old me and I became reborn. Gotta be hot and cold and not lukewarm. These scriptures got me grounded. Got me well rounded. Man, it's
Where you from? Where you from? The garbage can?
Yeah.
From the garbage can?
Garbage state.
Garbage state? What's that?
America.
America?
It's a New Jersey plate that says the Garden State.
The Garden State. Oh, I thought you said garbage state.
Yeah, that's what I call New Jersey, right? These kids in the hood is bad.
That's what I call America, the garbage state.
With Joe Biden and all his cronies in there, yeah, it is the garbage state.
It's the garbage state with Trump, Obama, and John F. Kennedy, all the motherfuckers. It's the garbage state.
What's your ethnicity?
Huh?
What's your ethnicity?
Norwegian.
Norwegian?
That's right. Never owned any slaves, freed them all.
But you're a European Caucasian, right? The reason why you're in Norway, right? The reason why you're there is because Alexander the Great and the Romans, y'all colonized. It was really melanated people that was living over there.
It's got to be before that. You better read your history first.
Yeah,
because-
it was melanated people,
No.
right? Y'all come from the Caucasus Mountains, right? It was Alexander the Great that started to conquer the North Africa and Europe,
Before
right?
No, before
Yes.
that, it was the Vikings. The Vikings are the Germans. They're the ones that ruled before.
Which is white people. You're all the same people.
Really?
Yes.
So I guess I'm the same person.
As a Russian, you're the same Ukrainian, you're the same French, you're the same British, you're the same Spaniard, you're the same Roman, you're the same Greek.
I'm not Greek.
You are, though. You're not Greek because you're not Norwegian, you're an Edomite.
The family was eastern part of Norway. We were this tribe, as they say. I didn't know I was a Edomite.
You're an Edomite.
Yes.
Well, congratulations, now you know you're an Edomite,
Okay.
right? So congratulations, you just found out that you're an Edomite.
Yeah.
Right, so now
No, I'm not an Edomite.
Yes.
I'm east of Norway.
you're an Edomite.
I'm not.
You believe in the
What's the
Bible?
proof?
You believe in the Bible?
Yes.
You believe in the Bible. All right, let's prove that you're an Edomite.
Okay.
All right.
Which Bible are you using? Your
King
version
James
or
version.
okay?
King James version.
Okay.
Right? And we got the original King James version right here.
All
right?
of the Bibles
All
are
of the
our
books.
Bible.
All 80 books is in there.
Huh?
Right? All 80 books is in the original King James version before the Christian Protestant Church, the man called Martin Luther, took 14 books out of the Bible.
Well, the original Bible actually is over 1,100 pages long, and it's this big and it's this wide, and it's sitting in a museum see them in Europe.
No, the oldest book is in the Ethiopia, right? But bring it out. Bring it out. I'm gonna prove to you. Bring it out.
Esther 3:1. After these things, the king Ahasuerus promote Haman.
Right, so we're dealing with a man called Haman. Through this man Haman, we're going to prove that you and Haman are the same ethnicity. Because since the flood, right, it was only Noah, his 3 sons that repopulated the earth, right?
And the animals.
We're talking about humans. What animal do you come from?
Me, if you look at the zodiac, I'm a fish.
You're a fish. How can you believe in the Bible and believe in zodiac? But that's another thing, right? Keep going.
Promote Haman, the son of Hamadatha,
Right.
the Agagite.
So Haman is the son of Hamadatha, an Agagite, right? Ite being the suffix is a descendant of Agag, right? An Israelite is a descendant from a man called Israel. An Edomite is a man descended from Esau, right? So now we're going to see who these Agagites are. So we did Haman, son of Hamadatha, who's an Agagite. Now we have to go to see who Agag is. Bring it up.
Esther 3:1. Samuel. This is 1 Samuel 15:8. And he took Agag.
Right, so now we're dealing with Agag, because the descendants of Agag will be Agagites. So now we're dealing with the direct man, right? Keep going.
And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites.
So Agag was the king of the Amalekites. So there was a man called Amalek, right? His descendants are Amalekites, so Agag would be an Amalekite. He wouldn't be an Agagite because Agag's descendants would be Agagites.
No.
Just like Abraham can't be an Israelite because Abraham's grandson, right, which is Jacob, whose name God turned in Israel, his children are Israelites. So Abraham can't be an Israelite, but the children of Israel are Israelites, right? Just like how Agag, his children are Agagites, but he comes from Amalek. So bring it out.
Genesis 36:12. And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz.
Right. A concubine is a lesser wife, a wife outside of your nation. So Timnah was a concubine to Eliphaz, right? Keep going.
Esau's son.
So Eliphaz was the son of Esau. We're telling you that you come from Esau. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Abraham had Isaac and Ishmael, right? Ishmael had his sons. Isaac had Jacob. Isaac had Jacob and Esau, right? We come from Jacob. We're showing you that you come from Esau, right? Keep going.
And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz,
Right.
Esau's son.
Right?
And she bare Eliphaz Amalek.
So Eliphaz had a child called Amalek, but Eliphaz is the child of Esau,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
So now let's see who else is go to additions. Because we was dealing with Haman. We proved that Haman goes back to Esau, right? Bring it out.
This is additions to Esther 16:10. For Haman, a Macedonian.
So instead of him being called an Agagite, he's called a Macedonian because at that time they were all Agagites. So in order to differentiate the Greek rulers at this time, because this was dealing with the Greek rulership,
Yes.
right, which were all so-called white people, right?
Correct.
So in order to say who he is, he's the ruler of Macedonia, right? Because a place called Macedonia during the Greek rulership. Keep going.
First,
That was it on that.
Read it again.
this is the Esther 16:10. For Haman, a Macedonian, the son of Amadatha.
So instead of calling him an Agagite, he's called a Macedonian, right? So now go to 1 Maccabees 1:1.
1 Maccabees 1:1. And it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip.
So this is dealing with Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great's father is called Philip, right? Keep going.
The
So
Macedonian.
we see he's a Macedonian, right?
But don't forget, Alexander the Great did have an affair with Macedonian women.
No, read it again.
And it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian.
Yeah, so we see him being called a Macedonian, just like how we see Haman being called a Macedonian, right? They're the same people. They're Agagites,
Yeah.
right? And this is the same pale face as yours, right? So you descend from Esau. You understand?
But I'm east.
No, you're
Yeah, I
in the
know- I understand what
bloodline
you
of
said, no, but
Esau. You're an
Yeah,
Edomite, right?
that's
It don't
right.
matter where you went because remember, we're American, but we're not American, right? We can't all be the same race. That's just a citizenship,
Yes.
right? So you saying that you're from there, we're letting you know where your bloodline comes
Well,
from,
that's my heritage, yes.
according to God.
Yeah.
right?
No, it's according to my family tree.
According to your family tree, you would be an Edomite.
My family came to this country in 1701 before the American Revolution.
Yeah, but in before 1700s, your great grandfather had a father, right? He had a father. You would be a descendant. The family tree will go all the way back to Esau.
Okay.
Right?
What year is that? BC or AD?
This is BC.
All right, so before Christ then.
Yes.
Okay.
This is dealing with the times of Abraham before Moses. So this was over 3,000 years ago.
Oh, shit, that's right. That's before Moses, and that's before. Oh crap! I should know all this because I studied this in Bible.
But they never told you this though.
No, I knew some of it, but I didn't. It goes back further than this. I mean, we were conquered by everybody.
Who was?
Norwegians. We had the Greeks. We had the Romans.
Yeah, but you were the Greeks that conquered Norwegians that made you a Norwegian.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yes, correct.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So you not a Norwegian, you conquered the land, just like you call yourself American, but you're not really an American because you conquered this land.
Yeah.
This is really the land of the native Indians.
Right.
Yes, correct.
Right?
Before Christopher Columbus.
Right.
Yeah.
Which was a Spaniard, right? Which was Portugal and all that, and they were all the same people as Alexander the Great.
Yes.
Right. So congratulations, you just found out that you're Edomite.
Yeah.
Right. So now let's go and let's show the different. Matter of fact, go to Acts 13:1 real quick. Because we're going to show a differentiation of who Esau is and who Jacob is.
Because my family was eastern part of Norway. We were this tribe, as they say. I didn't know I was a Edomite.
You're an Edomite.
Yes.
So congratulations. Now you know you're an Edomite.
Okay.
Right. So bring this up.
It's Acts 13:1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers.
Right. Antioch dealing with the Greeks, but the Romans took over the Greeks, so now the Romans have rulership over Antioch.
Yes.
Right. So keep going. There was prophets and teachers in Antioch.
As Barnabas and Simeon.
That's it.
That was called nigger.
Right. So these prophets and teachers was called niggas.
Yeah.
Right. So the Israelites are niggas. Right. What's up, King? All praise to the Most High. Right. But you was never called a nigga. So you can't be an Israelite, right? We're showing a different. We know we are the Israelites, right? You're an Edomite.
Yeah.
But Edom and Esau and Jacob were brothers, twin brothers. But a black man and a black woman can create all shades of brown, and even including a leprous person, right?
Yes.
So that's why you had a leprous child and then you had a melanated child, right? So we see these Romans calling black people, which the Romans were white people, they were calling black people niggas. They was calling the Israelites niggas, right?
Yeah.
So now let's go to Romans 3.
It's Romans 9:3.
Romans 9:3. Come.
For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ.
Right, this is Paul speaking. Paul saying, I wish that I was accursed from Christ for who?
For my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
So his brethren and kinsmen according to the flesh are who?
Who are Israelites.
Right, Paul was a Benjamite. Right, Paul was an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. There's 12 tribes of Israel.
Yes, that's correct, yes.
He's a tribe from Benjamin. He's an Israelite. So he said he wished that he was accursed for his brethren, his kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites. Keep going.
Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption.
Right, the adoption pertains to the children of Israel.
And the glory.
The glory of God pertains only to the children of Israel, exclusively, verbatim.
And the covenants.
The covenants, the old and the new covenant. Keep going.
And the giving of the law.
The giving of the law was given to the children of Israel through Moses when they made a blood sacrifice in the altar in the wilderness when they got saved out of Egypt.
And the service of God.
The service of God belongs to the children of Israel. What?
And the promises.
All the promises that God gave us. Rulership in the kingdom of Christ. A black man, right? He was feet of bronze, burned in a furnace with woolly hair. That was a description of Christ in Revelations. Right? The description of God in Daniel 7 shows that God has woolly hair.
Yes, that is correct.
Right? All praise to the Most High. So now we understand who the Israelites are, and you understand that you're an Edomite, right? All praise to the Most High. Now let's see how God feels.
Verse 11.
This is Romans 9, verse 11. He just established who the Israelites are, man. In fact, start at verse 10.
Verse 10. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived.
Right, Rebekah was the wife of Isaac, right?
Yes.
Right? So Isaac had two children, Jacob and Esau. Keep going.
by one, even by our father Isaac.
Right.
For the children being not yet born,
The children of Jacob and Esau, they weren't born yet.
neither having done any good or evil,
They didn't do anything yet.
that the purpose of God according to election might
And
stand,
the elect of God is the children of Israel. That's what the promises, the glory, the service of God, everything belongs to, right?
not of works,
It's not about what we did or about what you did.
but of him that calleth.
It's because God chose the children of Israel, right?
It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
Right? The elder was Esau. They were twins. Jacob and Esau was twins. Esau came out first. Red. Right? And who's red on this earth?
Indians,
No. Right? When you get mad, what color you turn?
red,
When you get in the sun, what color you turn?
red.
Red, right? So who's red? Is the East Indians, they need sunblock?
Oh, no.
Right, right. You just calling them red because it's a confusion, right?
As it is written,
Right?
Jacob have I
So
loved,
it's written, and God emphasizes the love that he has for the children of Jacob.
but Esau have I
So
hated.
God hated you before you was even born. And think about it though. Like, you was created without melanin. You was melanin deficient. You die in the sun, right? If you don't wear sunblock, you get skin cancer, right? You have the highest rate of skin cancer on this earth of all
Well,
people.
that's given.
That's given, right? So why did God create you the only person on this earth, the only ethnicity of people to be like that?
I'll ask him when I die.
Right? But he just told you, he said, because he hated you.
What shall we say
What are we
then?
going to say then? Because he chose one people to love and one people to hate.
Is there unrighteousness with God?
Is there unrighteousness with God? Because he chose you to hate you and he chose us to love?
God
God
forbid.
forbid, man.
Yeah, but why hate this world?
Why did the European Caucasians come to America, rape, rob, murder, enslave, and genocide the Native Indians, kill so many Native Indians, went to the western shores of Africa, picked up the Negroes, brought them over here to be slaves of the Native Indians so we could build all this? Not only did y'all enslave us, but y'all whipped us in the back, y'all lynched us on trees, y'all separated our children and sold our children on auction blocks, right?
That's our founding fathers.
That's the nature
Well, my
of the
family,
European Caucasians. You say it's the founding fathers, but you're doing that still to this day, the European Caucasians. They're going around and bombing places and removing the indigenous people out of that land, relocating them, and putting another people into that geographical location.
well, that's no different than what's going on in Israel with the ISIS.
Yeah, but guess what? It was the British that gave the Balfour Declaration to the Israelis.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know.
that was European Caucasians that gave another European Caucasian the land of Israel. That's not their land.
No.
Right, and the Arabs are there doing because of the Muslim conquest, right? Because of the Muslim conquest, they was during the Dark and the Middle Ages, right? When
Correct.
the Rome fell,
Yep.
they was able to go and conquer those lands.
Yes.
So this is why we have these people there. But God is kicking them out because we about to move back in.
Well, if it's yours, you're entitled to it.
We're entitled to it, but we're entitled to this land too. Right?
Yeah.
And not one nation of people stood up and said, let's stop what's happening to those Negroes and Latinos, the Native Indians. Not one nation risen up against the European Caucasian when y'all was colonizing and enslaving us. As a matter of fact, they were buying us.
Yep.
But my family heritage, we didn't own any black slaves. We didn't sell any. When the Civil War broke out, they raped all my relatives and they burned them. So what we did was we rebuilt our plantation. We spied on the Confederates, sent the stuff up north to end the Civil War. Now, you know the movie Harriet?
Yeah.
The movie Harriet? In that background, that house belongs to my mother's side of the family. That is a historical landmark. That runs through the Underground Railroad. My mother's side.
How were you allowed to have that historical landmark?
Huh?
How was your family allowed to have that house as an historical landmark?
Because it was passed on from family generations.
Right, but you're saying that you never had a slave, but according to your family generations, y'all were conquering lands.
We own a piece of property, and we didn't take any slaves. We did our own growing and our own crops and everything. We turned around any slave that was in danger.
How did you end up in the land? What did y'all do with the original inhabitants of that land?
We grew crops.
No, you kicked them out. You conquered them.
Oh,
You destroyed them. And you moved yourselves in there.
Well, I don't.
How can you say that my family never did that when y'all are in stolen property? If I stole a car and I gave it to my son, and my son got caught in that car, right? That's conspiracy, right? They're going to charge him with the crime of theft, right?
I mean,
But your
okay.
people was in the land of Norway, right, that was belonged to that house or that car belonged to somebody else. You went in there, you slaughtered the family, you kicked them out, and then your ancestors, the one that did the slaughtering, gave it to the child.
Yep.
That doesn't change the fact that y'all stole it.
I'd have to look it up again. I mean, the thing of it is, during when we came here during British colony, they gave us land to work so we can pay for the taxes.
That was called indentured servitude, right? Y'all had no natural resources, right? So y'all had to voluntarily put yourself into
British
labor,
hands.
right?
Yes.
Into labor so
Yes.
that you can gain the benefits of coming to a land, getting land and all that, right?
Yes.
That was a reward. That's different from hardcore slavery, a property, not a people.
Yeah.
Right?
Shit out of it.
I mean, everything we did, we got taxed. My family got taxed down there, and it all went back to England. But you got to remember, we were fighting the English, and at the same time, the French were fighting the English too. At the same time, so it was two wars here and over there. They couldn't turn around and get this under control because they had to get this under control. And if they turned around and focused here, there would have been no England.
Right, but that's an in-house problem, right?
There would have been a coup attack,
because
too.
it's dealing with the same nation of people. You was fighting your own people, right?
Yes.
That's an in-house problem.
Uh-huh.
The difference between what you went through and what we went through is that this wasn't an in-house problem,
Yeah.
right? This was another nation of people that did that to us.
Okay.
So it's not the same situation. Just because your family went through these things, you can claim they never had slaves, but y'all conquered and destroyed the people for you to actually inhabit the land of Norway.
No, here.
Even
They came
America, even in Norway.
It's a possibility, but
Yes, the Greeks did not have no rulership. The European Caucasians had no rulership and no land until Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great and his four generals, Seleucus, Ptolemy, right, Cassander and Ptolemy, Seleucus, Cassander and the other brother, the other Edomite, right? They went and conquered the north, south, east, and west of the known world. That's how they had white people in Russia,
Yeah.
they had white people in Ukraine, white people in French, Spain, because when Rome fell in the Dark Ages, right, it was black rulers in them. It was black kings in Scotland, right?
oh, that's right, there was. That's correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
So the Renaissance is what gave, what was it? It was Greece, it was French, Italy, Spain, right? All these,
Portugal,
right? They
yeah.
came back together, right? In
Yeah.
the 15th century.
Yes, that's correct.
Right? And just so coincidentally, in 1492, in the 15th century, y'all gained power by destroying the native Indians.
Yes.
That's how y'all gained y'all power back.
Yes.
Yeah, but there has to be a judgment for that.
Oh, there'll be a judgment.
Yeah, because even Rome didn't stand.
Yeah.
Bring it out.
Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye
All
are.
right, let's see how we pollute the land.
For blood it defiles the land.
So blood defiles the land that you are. And you're in a land that has been defiled by the blood of God's chosen people.
Oh, now I feel bad.
Yeah, right? Let's see how bad you feel. We're gonna test you.
Okay.
Right? Go ahead.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein,
So we can't cleanse this land that the blood has been shed, but what?
but by the blood of him that shed it.
So this land the only way this land can be cleansed from the blood that your forefathers shed is by the same blood that shed it. But we can't go to your forefathers, right?
No, because they're long gone.
Right, but is there blood still on this earth of the forefathers?
As far as I know, there is, yes.
Where?
You have to find it.
It's in you.
Well, it's in-
Don't you carry the blood of the forefathers that polluted the land with blood?
Possibly.
Right? So bring that out.
It's Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
Right. Well, matter of fact, let me show you context. Go to Isaiah 14 and 1.
It's Isaiah 14 and 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel
He's not talking about everybody. He's still talking about the children of Israel. Keep going.
and set them in their own land.
We're going to get set back in our own land. That's why they're destroying each other in Israel and Palestine right now. Because we're going to get set back in our own land. Right? Keep going.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
So all these other nations, these strangers are nations outside of the children of Israel. So they're going to be in the land with us. Keep going.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Right? They're going to cleave to us.
And the people shall take them. Salaki. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Uh-huh.
And the house of Israel shall possess them.
Right? That means the Israelites are going to possess these other nations just like how y'all possessed us. Right? Keep going.
in the land of the Lord
Right? For what?
for servants and handmaids.
What does a servant and a handmaid do? They do what they're told to do, right? They're there to serve.
Yes.
So the Israelites are going to possess them as servants and handmaids. They're going to be doing what they're told, what we tell them to do. Keep going.
And they shall take them captives,
So the Israelites are going to take these strangers captives.
whose captives they were.
Right? Weren't we a captive to your people? Aren't we still a captive to your people?
Possibly.
Right?
I'm not sure.
Well, we have the captive. We have our slave master's last name. We have our slave master's language. We're paying taxes to the same people that raped, robbed, murdered, and enslaved us. Right? We're going to them for food, water, clothing, housing, education, permission to drive, permission to hunt, permission to fish. Right? So we're still captives to your people. But the Bible, God said that we're going to take them captives whose captives we were. Keep going.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
Right, so now drop down to 21 because we showed that the land can't be cleansed by the blood that was shed, but by the blood of him that shed it. Right, so we're going to see because you carry his blood. You carry the blood. Your children carries the blood. Right, so bring it out.
Verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children.
So God is commanding that we're going to have to prepare slaughter for your children. You would be the children of the ancestors, of the slave masters that polluted this land with our blood. Keep going.
For the iniquity of their
For
fathers.
the great sins of your fathers, for the rape, rob, murder, enslavement, colonization, right? For that iniquity, for them great sins, we have to prepare slaughter for you, right? Keep going.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land,
Right.
nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Y'all rising, y'all possessing the land, and y'all filling the face of this earth with cities, and God is going to throw it down. Right? That's why World War III is coming.
Yeah.
Race wars is coming. Famine is coming. It's all around the corner. And this is all prophecy. God said that this was all going to come to pass. So you said you felt bad. Let's see how bad you feel. Isaiah 16 and 14.
The 4 horsemen shall arrive.
The four horsemen that arrived was the Europeans all fighting each other. That was the French fighting against, like how you said, right? When it was all fighting each other, when the European Caucasians, that was the four. That's the prophecy of the 4 horses.
No, I'm talking about the 4 horsemen: death, famine, destruction, and disease.
Yes, that's the ones. That's y'all.
When they come,
That
according to the
already
Bible,
came. That already came.
not yet.
Yes, it already came.
You don't see billions of people dying instantly, do
Listen,
you?
in that time there was billions of people dying
talking about
instantly.
soon.
Right? There was millions of native Indians that y'all threw off the boat.
Okay.
Right? There was millions of Negroes. 50 million. That was slaughtered. That was sold. Go ahead, bring it up.
It's Isaiah 60 and 14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee.
You would be a son of them that afflicted us, right? Yes, you are. Even though you're saying that you come from Norway,
Yes.
even
My
we're
heritage.
showing your heritage, your people, you would be the son of them that afflicted us.
Okay.
Keep going.
The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee.
So you said that you feel bad at what happened, right? We're not asking to spill your blood today, but there's going to be a time that's going to come where, Lord willing, one of these brothers is going to find you in that day, right? And if you want mercy from us, because your people never show mercy to us, even to this day, y'all redlining our community, put guns and drugs in our community, give us shitty paying jobs, shitty school systems, right? Y'all build prisons for our people. And then the 13th Amendment says if you go to jail, you're a legal slave. They put shackles on our feet and our arms when they arrest us, unjustly imprison us, right? It's called all redlining. It's a systematic
Okay,
oppression,
I understand what you're saying.
right?
Yeah.
So till this day, they showing no mercy to us.
Well, let me ask you this: what do you want to do with the prisoners?
We're going, them prisoners, Lord willing, the righteous ones get broken and released, and whatever God has judgment for the wicked ones, there's a judgment for the wicked ones,
That I would agree with.
right? So let's see if you agree with this.
And all they that
Start from the top.
this is Isaiah 16 and 14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee
Right.
shall come bending unto thee.
So you said you feel bad. I want to see how bad you feel. Get on the knees of the children that have been oppressed and enslaved by your people.
And all they that despise thee
Right.
shall bow themselves down at the sole of thy feet.
And not one nation risen up to stop what your people was doing to us. Everybody just watched and bought slaves, right? And they all despise us. Ain't no nation over here that's doing anything for black and Hispanics. You can say what you want, but actions speak louder than words.
Right.
So since you said you feel bad, show us an action. And the action that we want to see is according to God that said that you was going to bow down on your knees to his children.
I can't bow down to something that happened that I had nothing to do with.
You're the child. You're the child. Read from the top.
The sons also of them that afflicted thee.
It's not about what you did. It's about what your forefathers did.
Well, I have no control of my
We
forefathers.
had to pay for
You
our
have control. You
forefathers.
have control of what you could do, right? You're on the land. You're looking at the people that your forefathers had destroyed, and we're destroyed until this day because of what they did to us.
Until people decide to turn around and do something,
You're not going to
change.
get on your. You're not going to get on your knees. See, that's an action. See, you speaking. What you speaking is good, but actions speak louder than words.
If you want, I'd be happy to.
Yes, I want to see you do that. Right? Read it. Read it from the top.
The sons also of them that afflicted thee,
Right.
shall come bending unto thee,
Right.
and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the sole of thy feet.
And that's what we want to see, man. This is why, because God said. Right? This ain't nothing that we want through our own will. This is not of our own will. This is the will of our Father.
Right.
And Lord willing, if we see you in that day, you know what I mean, we might turn an eye. You know what I mean? We might let somebody else get you, because I'm going to be vicious.
Listen,
Right.
if it came down to that I committed a crime, then execute me.
But all right, so let's see, a crime, right? If I knew that he killed somebody, right, and I had possession of what he took from that homicide robbery, right, that I would be committed a crime, right? Because I have knowledge of.
Yeah.
You have knowledge of, and you're on the property. Right? You have possession of the property that your forefathers murdered and enslaved and raped for. There's no statute of limitations for murder.
Right.
There's no statute of limitations for rape.
Then who decides to execute me? You?
God.
You?
God is. I'm not going to do any executing. It's going to be a so-called black man cracking them clouds, man. He's going to come with a garment dripped in blood, with a sword. Let me get Isaiah. Let me get Psalms 149.
First verse, third verse.
What?
First verse or third verse?
On Psalms 149.
Yes.
We might start at verse 5.
Okay.
Yep.
Psalms 149 and 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory.
Right.
Let them sing aloud upon their
So the
beds.
saints are going to be singing loud. What are they going to be singing?
Let the high praises of God be in their mouth,
Right.
and a two-edged sword in their hand.
These are saints that God's talking about. He's saying that they're going to be singing praises to the Most High on their beds with a two-edged sword in their hand. What are they going to do with this two-edged sword?
To execute vengeance upon the
Right?
heathen,
These saints going to be executing vengeance upon these heathen, and you would be a heathen. Keep going.
and punishments upon the
You
people,
need to be punished. Your people need to be punished for what y'all did.
to bind their kings with chains,
Just like you bonded our kings with chains, we're going to bind you with chains. We're going to bind your children and your kings with chains. Keep going.
and their nobles with fetters of iron,
Right.
to execute upon them the judgment written.
Right? There's a judgment written for you. Keep going.
This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord.
Praise the Lord on this, man.
But I know when I die, I'm going to hell. Because what I did in the military is nothing to sneeze about.
Yeah, hell is a condition. We are in hell.
we are in hell.
Our kids is getting gunned down. Our kids getting hit with straight bullets.
If you,
Right?
if you get a chance, you ever see the movie Tears of the Sun with Bruce Willis?
I did see
Yeah.
some.
12 of us went in, 4 of us walked out. I'm one of the surviving 4.
You're one of the surviving 4?
And guess what? When Hillary was in charge of the U.S. State Department, she gave that document to Benghazi. I would have been executed with no trial.
See, but the Most High, he gave you the sword. He gave Esau the sword.
Huh?
The Most High gave Esau the sword.
But we had to rescue somebody in there, and then we found out there was two Americans in there that were more important to be rescued than that. So what happened? 8 of us died for what? Nothing.
That's what America does.
We don't exist.
Those who fought, right?
We're ghosts.
Yeah. That's how America treats
Yes.
their veterans,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yes.
And they haven't gave you anything because you're walking around in Center City.
I just
Talking
got
to
that
us.
work.
You know what I mean? And you got to work, right? And you worked your ass off by killing people, right?
Well, I was trained to.
Yeah, you was trained to kill people, and now you got to go work for somebody and get a small check, living paycheck to paycheck. You might get $5,000 a month from the army, right? From the military.
I was an Army. Army sucks.
From the military, they pay you like $5,000 a month, right?
No.
You're not even getting that.
I get a little bit, and I get 100% medical coverage.
I mean, that's all they got for you, man. You go to welfare, you get medical coverage.
I could turn around and go out on permanent disability for the condition I have, but I choose not to because the simple reason is, how am I going to live on permanent disability when I'm still have my brain and my heart and my intelligence that I can still make, $3,000 to $4,000 a month instead of getting $1,800 a month. Most people, if most people had the condition I had, which was triple bypass, they'd say, okay, guess what? Just give me the free check.
So what you learned today?
A lot.
Well, praise the Most High. What you learned? Give me something you learned.
That my heritage and my ancestry did a lot of bad things.
Right, and where you come from.
And
What's the name? What's the name?
What's your ethnicity?
Ethnicity, right?
Norwegian.
No. You're
According to
Edomite.
my-
Oh, what you just mentioned, Edomite?
Edomite.
Edomite,
What
I'm
are
sorry.
you? What are you?
An Edomite.
An Edomite.
Okay.
Right? All praise to the Most High. Right? And we are your future slave masters. Right? And we just had an army veteran bow down to the children of the Lord. That's only by the power of the Most High. Only the power of the Most High could do that. Right?
Correct.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, you can go home and tell your family about it.
I have no family. My family was 27 of us in a unit, and there's only 2 of us left.
I guess maybe your co-workers do. Right? Let them know. I'm an Edomite and I'm proud.
Because most of the guys I work with are Muslim.
They're Muslims. They're Negro Muslims.
Yes.
See that? That's how destroyed we are.
Damn.
We follow after that Arab religion. Right?
No, I study a little bit of their religion. I think it's great. I've been to Mecca.
You think it's great?
I've been to Mecca.
Yeah, what's great about it?
Just seeing the country and everything and the people around
But
it.
what's great about Islam, though?
It's a different educational for something for me to learn.
You ever thought about being Muslim?
Thought about it.
You can be.
You
Oh, I know.
can be. Yeah.
I thought about being a Jehovah's Witness.
You say your shahada, they'll love you. Right?
Oh,
They'll
yeah.
accept you as a brother. Right?
But I thought about different religions. I was born Presbyterian, indoctrinated Methodist.
Yeah. So follow the ways of the Rasulullah, right? That's going to be Muhammad. He was having sex with 9-year-old girls, right?
That I
He
don't know.
married a 6-year-old girl and had sex with a 9-year-old girl,
Wow.
right? Her name was Aisha.
Okay.
Right? So that, we understand the Europeans, they like, kissing on their sister,
Listen.
things like that.
I'm a one person that wants one wife. That's it.
Hey, do you have one wife?
I have a girlfriend. I want to marry her, but she's not ready.
Is she black?
Yep. Do you want to see a picture of her?
No, I don't. You should bring her here one day.
Believe me, I would love to.
Let us show her that she's an Israelite.
Her family is from Johannesburg. Her relatives.
She's
are
a Negro or African American. Yeah, that's
African heritage, but born in this country. She's an American here, but she's African.
She's a product of the transatlantic slave
Slave
trade.
trade, or is she from over in?
She a East African, South African, North African,
I
or
believe
West?
North.
North African?
Yes.
Oh, there's no issue with that. All praise to the Most High. More power to that.
Some of her ancestors were partial Muslim too.
You should have a child with her.
I don't have a child with her.
Do you have no children? You can't have children. Have you tried to have children?
Can't.
You can't have children. Is that just a genetic thing?
Having 2 heart attacks and a triple bypass, yes.
What that had to do with your semen?
It's gone.
It's going to do your heart attack?
Once you reach a certain age, everything inside you slows down.
Oh, only Abraham was able to do it, huh?
As far as history is concerned, yes. How he did it without Viagra is beyond me. Or in this case, what I call it, Niagara.
All right, man. You gotta have a good day, man.
I always have a good day.
Yeah, all praise to the Most High.
I try
Right?
to have a positive, functional day.
All praise to the Most High. Let them Muslims over there know that they are the children of the Most High. Though. They are the Israelites.
They
right?
are. Some of them do know it.
Yeah,
Some
all
of
praise to
them,
the Most High. Yeah, we've been teaching it. So Lord willing. Where you work at?
The Notary Hotel, but I work for temp service, so
Okay.
they send me all over. Jefferson Hospital, Lowe's, Notary, Downtown Marriott, the Hilton.
And you got a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
We would like to go out and eat on your dime.
Believe me, I would love to myself, but I cook for myself.
You cook for yourself. We want to go have somebody cook for us. You want to pay for our dinner? What's that? 1, 2, 3, 400. 200.
Dude, I could do that for half that.
I know, but we would like to go to. What's that? Le Chow, right? The Brazilian spot on your
Oh,
dime.
you're talking about the marble meats.
Yeah,
I haven't
we would
been in there
We'd
yet.
like to go eat on your dime.
If I had the money, I would love to.
You got Cash App?
Nope.
What about Zelle?
Nope.
Venmo?
Sued them.
Sued them? For
Yep.
real?
They got hacked. And they denied they got hacked. and I got my money back, my $6,000, even though the bank covered it under FDIC.
All right, man. You have a good one, man.
But my friends and I, what we do is every Thanksgiving we feed the needy. We've been doing this for 35 years, and we don't want our names and recognition and
Get on your knees and keep talking.
and we don't.
How about you get on your knees and keep talking?
We can do that.
All right, all praises. I'll listen to your conversation. Go ahead.
My friend Jake, who passed away in the Gulf War, he was a gunnery sergeant in Afghanistan. He got me involved in doing all this needy work. Every year we go shopping. You spend $300, you get a free turkey. That's what we do. We've been doing it for 35 years. We
For
help
Thanksgiving?
Yes.
You know,
And-
Thanksgiving is a holiday, right? That they made for the slaughtering of the Native Indians.
Well, technically, in the beginning it was, but later then we slaughtered them. That's why we have the 10,000.
What's your name? Future
Lynn.
slave?
Lynn.
Lynn.
So look, so you're feeding black and brown people to celebrate the slaughtering of the Native Indians.
Yeah.
That's right.
For Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Well, we came here in 1620 and we didn't know what to do, and the Native Americans taught us how to do everything, and then we betrayed them at the end.
Yeah.
So,
That's what happened. And y'all made a celebration about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of sad, isn't it?
It is sad. You know what I mean? And it's sad that you're actually feeding these people like, hey, they go to the head of the Native Indian. Every time they slice that turkey, put it in the cranberry sauce with the stuffing, right? That all symbolizes what they did to the Native Indians.
Thanksgiving was a gathering.
Uh-huh.
Y'all invited them in. Y'all had a feast, and then y'all closed the doors and burnt them.
Yeah, about 5-6 years later, we betrayed them. After that Thanksgiving.
Y'all broke every treaty with the Native Indians.
Yep.
And never judgment ever came to the European
Except one
Caucasian
president.
race. Who was that?
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln did not free the slaves because he wanted to.
He wanted
He did. He
I know.
had to.
He had
Because he had to.
He did not want to.
But he gave the Native Americans free land and then do whatever they want. They have casinos. They don't pay taxes. They don't do anything. It's all
They're on
theirs.
Indian reservations.
That's
Had
correct.
another-
Yeah, they're being
not
oppressed.
on
though.
reservations.
They're
Yeah.
being oppressed. They're as bad as the ghettos.
It's bad.
Is it really that bad for them?
It's
In the Indian
I mean, they're-
reservations, it's as bad as the ghetto.
And they're making billions of dollars in their casino, and they're not helping their.
No,
their-
those are the
they're not.
$5.
Yeah, that's the $5 Indians. You know about the $5 Indians?
No, I do not.
You don't, so there was Europeans that was buying the identity of the Native Indians so they can get the land.
Land, yeah.
Well, that's not right.
Look, it's all documented history.
All documented, bro.
I mean, every time I go to Mohican Sun, and every time I win some money, I have to give it back.
Our warriors.
Which is no big deal because I can write it off my taxes.
You gotta learn some patience, nigga. Look, it's called the Taoist Rules, or Final Rules of Citizens and Freemen of the 5 Civilized Tribes, or Dave's Commission of Final Rules, created by the United States Dawe's Commission, right? So it says, traditionally, the land in these tribal communities have been held communally, right? Hold on, yeah. It says, with the establishment of the Dawes Commission, the ruling was made by the colonial agents to divide the land into parcels and institute a system of individual ownership in accordance with U.S. laws, overriding the treaty and tribal laws of the region. To allot the communal lands, citizens of the 5 civilized tribes, Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Creek, and Seminole, were to be enumerated and registered by the U.S. government. These counts also included the freedmen, formerly enslaved African Americans, who had been emancipated after American Civil War, and their descendants. The rolls were used to assign allotments to the heads of households and to provide an equitable division of all monies, whatever, obtained from sales of surplus lands. These rolls became known as the Dawes Rolls. When word got out that people could get land, many non-natives appeared at the offices and falsely claimed to be native. Most of these false claimants claimed to be Cherokee. Family myths still persist of hiding in the hills, or of being rejected from the rolls, or refusing to enroll, when the reason for having not been enrolled is that the applicants were simply not Native Americans.
Woo! That's cold.
That is sad.
Y'all destroyed us, man. It says give a double. Let me see.
Give double unto her.
You got it?
Holy shit, my friend won a helmet.
Let's get that in Revelation 18 and 5.
Oh, okay. This is Revelation 18 and 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven.
Right? Your sins have reached unto heaven, right? You just look at everything that we just brought out, right? All this history of the atrocities that your people have brought upon this earth, right? Your sins have reached the heavens. Keep going.
And God hath remembered her iniquities.
God remembers everything that you've done, right? It's not because all this time went by, right? It's been over 500 years and we're still talking about it now. God remembers. Keep going.
Reward her even as she rewarded you.
Right? We won't have to. God is commanding us to reward you as you have rewarded us. Keep going.
And double unto her double according to her works.
You gotta get double.
In the cup which she had filled, fill her double.
So we gotta get double. According to God, God is going to give you double the cup. You know what I mean? So 500 years of the enslavement of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is going to be 1,000 years. Right, and let me get Obadiah 1 and 18.
Obadiah 1 and 18. In the house of Jacob shall be a fire.
Right, that's going to be the so-called Negroes.
In the house of Joseph a flame.
So-called Native Indians.
In the house of Esau for stubble.
So we're going to be a fire and a flame. You're going to be the stubble, right? You're going to be the coal, the wood that's being burned, right? Keep going.
And they shall kindle in them.
Right, and Esau, right?
And devour them.
Devour. God is saying that you're going to be devoured. Keep going.
And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
Wow.
For the Lord hath spoken it.
Double. It's because of all the atrocities that you've done. Can you back up a little bit?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right, for the atrocities that you've done, God has commanded us to give you double. And after that 1,000 years of enslavement, it's going to be like an exterminator.
So I'd be almost genocide to
It's
non-existence.
going to be a genocide.
Yeah.
We're going to
But
be telling
under-
our kids, there used to be European Caucasians walking this land. Right? They had us in slavery. You believe that shit?
Oh, thanks for that, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, all praises, man. You learn more about God than you ever learned in your life. Yeah, that's the predatory bird that America idolizes, right?
Yeah.
That eagle,
Yep.
right? That
Yeah.
eagle.
My team that couldn't do shit.
What's up, King? You an Israelite, man. We love you. Turn back to the law, statutes, and commandments so you can save your kids, man.
Right, bro.
This year we didn't do crap. Hopefully next year we'll do better. But
All right, man. I had enough talking to you, though. You can keep it going. All right.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right.
Have a good night.
All praise to the Most High, man.
Come.
Right? We give the Most High all praises. And we're going to be singing on our beds, man. With a two-edged sword in our hand to execute vengeance upon these heathen, man. Right? All praise to the Most High. Most High bring veterans to their knees, man. Right? That's the power of the Lord. Thomas. Let me get Daniel 7 and 18. Let's close this joint out with that. Matter of fact, let me get Daniel 7 and 18. Let me get Revelation 14 and 12. Let me get Revelation 14 and 12 first. Matter of fact, you get Revelation 14 and 12. You get Daniel 7 and 18. All right, we just bring them both out real quick. It's cool. Y'all should, I will. Yeah, Revelation 14 and 12.
Revelation 14 and verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of a Mashiach.
Right? We're saying this is the faith. This is, read that again.
From me.
Read it from the top.
It's Revelation 14 and 12. Here is the patience of the saints.
Right, here's the patience of the saints, man. We ain't talking about Muslims. We ain't talking about Muhammad. We ain't talking about Christians, man. Right, we talking about the patience of the saints because that's who God is dealing with. Keep going.
Here are they that keep the commandments.
Right, we keep the commandments. We don't rub our head on a fucking rug, man. Right, we not bowing down to a cobblestone, man. Right, we keep the commandments. Keep going.
Keep the commandments of Yahweh.
Right, we keep the commandments of the Most High Yahweh, right?
In the faith of a Mashiach Yahushua.
Right, we don't got no faith in Muhammad up here, man. Right? We don't follow Muhammad, man. We follow the ways of Yahweh Ba'Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Why? Because this gonna come. Bring that out.
Daniel 7 and 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
We're gonna take the kingdom, man. Yo, come here, man. Hey, you, come here and get on your knees, man. Right? Most High, the saints of the Most High that kept the commandments and the faith in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. What did he say?
But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
Right, the saints of the Most High are going to take the kingdom, man. This prophecy, it ain't saying Muslims going to take the kingdom, man. It ain't saying Islam going to take the kingdom. It ain't saying have faith in Muhammad. Right? It said those who got faith in Yahweh Shai Mashiach and keep the commandments, these saints are going to take the kingdom. Keep going.
And possess the kingdom.
We're going to
forever.
possess the kingdom forever, man. Right? We're going to kick them Palestinians out, man. Most High kicking them Palestinians out. The Most High kicking them Israelis out, man. Why? Because we're going to possess that kingdom forever. Keep going.
Even forever and ever.
Right? Ain't going to be no Islam in the kingdom, man. Ain't going to be no Christianity in the kingdom, man. It's going to be Israelite supremacy. Right? You want to get on your knees? Get on your knees before we close out. Come here. Get on your knees before we close this thing out. Get on your knees to the men of the Lord before we close this thing out. Come here, man. You ignoring us? Get on your knees, man. Bow down to the men of the Lord. We're bringing out the Bible, man. Show some respect and get on your knees while we're teaching this Bible. Get on your knees, man. Fuck, how many times I gotta explain myself? Hurry up, man. I'm trying to close this thing out. Right? And with that, we're gonna say, call out with Daf Yahweh Ba'Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai and Mawaf Lavabor. Mawaf Lavabor. Stay right there, man. All right, you can go.